you want to go pee-pee in your big boy slacks, keep it to yourself. It's make your mama's proud time!
I love my mama!
We had a lot of candy, to tell the truth. Like everywhere in the building, there was like, I don't know, our main common area. They built an arcade for us, which we kind of went there to play games and stuff like that. And right outside of that, they had like these buckets with like candy, especially, you know, early in production where they're trying to find the styles and, you know, the colors and the kind of things we're gonna use. You know, it was interesting. We had to have one of our animators actually become an expert on that because there was so much to learn from that style of animation. It was a lot of fun, kind of a bit of a change of pace because it's very simple. You're dealing with every single pixel in the frame instead of drawing like this really broad things. We had to really focus on really small detail-oriented stuff. It was fun though, but it's very different and was kind of a nice break from your normal kind of animation, day-to-day kind of thing. As animation supervisor, one of my jobs is to guide the animators, and the movie itself, Wreck-It Ralph, it has a lot of 2D influences, traditional animation influences, and being traditionally trained, I was able to help some of the animators with poses and what makes an appealing pose, what makes an appealing kind of movement. So I think this is one section that Rich kind of felt like it could be a little more pushed. And you feel free to ask questions as I'm doing this thing, because I tend to get a little focus on my drawing. Yeah, everything about Ralph was a little. It added some complexity. His design is really beautiful, though. Like I love the way he looks, but his proportions were very challenging because everything is so massive. Whenever his hand was close to his face, for instance, it would block his whole head. So he couldn't really. It was a dancing number where some things would work okay, some things you had to kind of push out of the way. Sometimes would scale his hand. There's a few scenes where we didn't do it too often because it was just the story didn't really call for it. But when Ralph crosses his arms like that, we had to scale his hands down because they were too big. Yeah, it was always a bit of a dancing kind of number. Like I said, just making sure everything looked nice and proportional. But so this would be kind of like a reference that we'll do for the animators, you know, just so they could see what could be improved, you know, on the pose and stuff like that. We had about 67 animation artists on the show, which is it's not big because the movie was so complex. There's a lot of different worlds, like you know. So it was at Disney, we like to keep our crews very small, but the quality of the crew very high. So we had really strong artists, but not a huge number of them, because we feel it just works best for us, because we want to get to know everybody. We want to make sure everybody has an opportunity to do great shots. So the smaller the crew, the better, but they need to be really, really high quality people. Yeah.
I can't help you.